Hi friends, Ms. Yao here. If you're watching, I assume that you need help on questions 6 and 7 of your homework for the week of April 17th. So let's go ahead and get started. In front of us, we have a rectangle. This is actually called an irregular rectangle, okay? A regular rectangle, as you learned in geometry, it looks like this. Instead, this irregular shape looks like something was added on, something was taken a bite out of. And what I'm asking you is to find the area. So there's two ways to find the area, okay? We can either split the shape, well, no matter what, we need to split the shape. But we can split the shape vertically, up and down, or we can split it horizontally. And in this case, I'm going to split it horizontally. And if you want to follow along on your homework, I suggest that you probably split this horizontally as well. Okay, so let's take a look at our top shape, or shape number 1. Okay, so I'm going to outline the box in blue. And you can actually use different colors for this if you have color pencils, markers, whatever at home. Alright, so the first thing we need to figure out is the length, the vertical length of the shape. So I want to think, do I need to use, and I'm going to outline this in orange, I guess, do I need to use 4, which is here, or 9, which takes up this entire length? Which one best matches what we need for the top shape? Well, in this case, we actually need 4, and so I'm going to circle that. 9 does not work because 9 takes up the entire length of the shape, and we're not using that for the small rectangle on top. Alright, next we need to figure out the width. Okay, so we have 3, and we have 10 down here, but 10 takes up way longer, so we're not going to use that. So I'm going to circle 3. Now, in geometry, you've learned that area, I'm going to write it over here, equals length times width. So the formula for this shape would be 3 times 4. And if you multiply by 3 or by 4, 3, 6, 9, 12, or 4, 8, 12, you would know that the area is indeed 12. Let's take a look at the bottom shape, and I'm going to outline this one in red. Okay. You can use whatever color as long as they're different and you can kind of see the difference. Okay, so let's first start with our length. Okay, so our length we can either use 10, right here in lime green, or we can use 7, which takes up part of the shape. Which one best matches this rectangle on the bottom? Well, it would actually be 10. And the reason for that is we do not need 7 because 7 only takes up part of this rectangle. We're missing a whole chunk right here. 10 takes up the entire length. And then for the width, we would just use 5. We already said no to the 9 right over here. So if area equals length times width, we know that the area for this shape would be 10 times 5. And 10 times 5 would just be 50. So now we have the area of the top shape, which is 12, and the area of the bottom shape, which is 50. So what I'm going to do, and what you should be doing, is we're going to combine by adding up the two areas. 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 plus 1 is 6. So the area of this total shape is 62 square units. Alright, so let's take a look at number 7. So we have a similar shape except it looks like it's an L that's been a little bit rotated, like Tetris. Okay, so once again, we can either split our shape up and down, or we can split it side to side. We can't do both. Okay, so for this, in this case, I'm just going to go up and down, okay? Or vertically. Alright, so let's take a look at our shape on the left. Alright, so I'm going to use purple, and I'm going to outline my rectangle. You should be doing that as well on your paper, or iPad. Okay, so the first thing I need to figure out is what length I'm going to use for this side. Well, this is pretty simple. The only choice really is 3, so I'm going to circle 3. Alright, the next one is a little bit trickier. I'm going to decide whether or not I'm going to use 6, which is the length of this side, or 8, which is the length of all of this. Which one best matches the rectangle in purple? Well, it would actually be 6. Oops, wrong color. I want to make sure my purples match. 6, not 8, because 8 takes up this entire length, which we don't really need. We only need just this 6. Alright, so if we know that area equals length times width, give me the equation for this rectangle. Yep, 3 times 6. And if you skip count by 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, or by 6s, 6, 12, 18, you know that the area is 18. Alright, let's take a look at rectangle number 2, which I'm going to do in sort of a sky blue. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, first I'm going to start with the width. What is the width of this rectangle? Yeah, it's pretty simple. This one is just 2, so I'm going to circle it. The next one's a little trickier. Do I need to use 6, which is the length of this, or 3, which is the length of this? Which one best matches? In this case, it would actually be 6, not 3, because 3 only takes up part of this rectangle, and 6 takes up the entire rectangle. Alright, so area equals length times width. Area equals 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So, with our area of 18 of the left rectangle and 12 of the right rectangle, we are going to combine 18 plus 12. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So we have a total of 30 square units. Please make sure that my work on this video matches your work on the paper. Good luck!